Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are down at the garden center. We're going to head up to the seminar room to make a garland for my parents' staircase. When we're done with it, we're going to take it out there and get it all hung up. I think it's going to be a really fun project. And making garlands, it's really a simple project. It's much the same as making a wreath, but when you're very first making a garland for the first time, and even from year to year, I mean, I'm not making garlands all year long. So every time I get back into making one, it always feels a little bit weird in the beginning because when you're making a wreath, you've got a solid form to hang on to. When you're making a garland, you're using twine as your form, so it always feels a little weird. So anyway, I thought you guys might enjoy seeing the process. And it's still like really frosty out here. We've had fog for about the past, I don't know, 10 days. I'm looking forward to seeing blue sky again, but it sure has been pretty. Okay, we're just gonna head up there. You know what? I'm surprised to see these. All of the trees are kind of like picked bare, but there's quite a number of these beautiful greenhouse ornaments left. Aren't these pretty if you had like a garden-inspired tree? I love them. Oh, starting to fill a bin with seed. And I'm hoping that the lighting is okay in here. How's it looking? That'll turn the lights on and the patio lights up there. But usually when it's sunny out, these windows really flood this room with light and make it a lot brighter. But I think we'll do okay. I'm going to set up right here. And these boxes are full of our supplies, our beautiful incense cedar. I'm going to use quite a lot of this because of its drape factor. We'll use some princess pine, which is also a nice drapey one. And then kind of as our backbone, we're gonna use noble fir tips like this. This provides the bulk. And the only other supplies we are gonna need is a piece of twine, and we cut our twine the length that we want our garland to be. So I'm gonna cut it about 8 feet. I've got a pair of Felcos here, and then also some paddle wire. That's all we'll need. We can turn a heater on up here. Woo! Oh, it's chilly. It is a bit chilly. I think I'm gonna set up right here. Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah, nice long space. I'll get you a heater all hooked up here. And oh, sweet. That one looks a little, dude's car got a little dinged up. Put an umbrella up there.
You know what? We pounded those things out and straightened them out.
Oh,
I've seen them. Now, there's been some real damage.
how funny.
I know. I had one.
You know what? This table's 8 feet, isn't it? That's about how long the garland needs to be. Okay, well, that'll be an easy guide. Perfect. Okay, so I've got my twine prepared. You can see it's the length. Well, I don't know if you can see, it kind of blends in with the table, but it is the length of the table. I've got my Felcos and my wire ready to go. So the next thing I need to do is create some piles. And by piles, here's a good example. These were all prepared for a wreath, which Monica may use today. But we like to cut pieces, individual pieces of the elements that we want to use, and we put them in individual piles. These are a little small for what I'm going to be doing today. There's some cedar and more stuff, juniper. That way, it goes really fast, doesn't it? When you create the piles, because all of your stuff is right here and you don't have to backtrack, back and forth and such. So I'm going to work on that part next before we actually start the construction of the garland. Okay, I've got my piles created. So it's just a bunch of smaller pieces. You can see right there. Here's our fir. It's a mix of silver and noble fir tips. And then we've got the pine right here, which maybe I should get a few more of these. But Mom is over there working on, let's see your reforms.
Well, there's a customer that comes in every year and she brings these forms. And she wants two of these, two of these, two of this.
Oh, so six.
Six total.
Nice. So Monica and Mom are going to be set up at that table while I'm working on the garland right here. Hey, do you mind holding the camera while I do this first part? Because you got to get kind of close.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start by attaching our paddle wire to our twine right here. And this part's always a little, it feels weird because you can't really tie them together. But you just wrap this wire around the twine like so. And then I'm going to fold it and wrap it back down. twist it around a couple of times, and then fold it and twist back up. So it looks kind of like this right here. And you can see how it just feels a little bit flimsy because our twine is flimsy, but that will give us the nice, beautiful drape. If you just wanted a real solid piece of garland, I suppose you could put it on a garden stake or something if you wanted like a really straight piece. But this will be really nice for drape on the staircase. So then what we're going to do is we're going to create our first bundle. And I want our first one to look really nice because this end may show at some point. You know, all the rest of it, you can kind of blend everything together. But I want some really nice tips coming out the end like that. So I'm just going to use some fir, some pine here. This part usually takes me a second just to get the exact look that I want. And also, the size of your bundle in the beginning will kind of determine the size. I mean, you'll want to make the rest of the bundle similar in size, and it will determine the thickness. So, what do you think, Mom? How thick do you want your garland?
Well, like about like that.
About like
That would be
this?
great.
Okay. So we've got our nice looking bundle right here. We're going to lay it right on top of where the wire is, like this. Now we don't wrap the twine around it. We only wrap the wire. The twine will stay out the entire time until we get to the end. So we've got it pulled around, pull pretty tight, not so tight that you break the wire, which is actually surprisingly easy to do. How many times have you broken wire?
A number of
Me too.
yeah.
Okay, so we've got it around 3 times. We've got it tight. Now let me do the next bundle so you can see how it sort of lays on top of this. So I'm going to grab some pine again. We'll grab another piece of fir. I can hear the rooster out there, Larry out there crowing. And then a
Time to shine.
yeah, piece of cedar. So here's our next bundle right here. And we're just going to lay that kind of on top of what we've already done, keeping in mind that this twine stays out straight. So that'll be kind of like this. And you can kind of fuss with it, you know, if you want.
That's pretty.
I think it'll be nice, don't you? And lots of texture.
Yes, I love it.
So, okay, that's right here. The twine's here. We're going to draw the twine down and around both the form, our twine, and the bundle. Again, we're going to pull it like 2 or 3 times nice and tight. Like so. So we've got a little bit of movement between bundles, but we're just going to continue doing that all the way down. When I get to the end, I will stop and I'll show you how you can end it so that both ends look nice.
And you use the twine. Why?
So it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah.
It would kind of like unravel with the
Yeah.
wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twine is your form. It keeps everything kind of together in the end.
It doesn't move.
It's your one continuous, like straight piece that doesn't swirl around like the wire does.
Right.
Don't worry, Sticky.
Oh, I know. We've
Oh.
got mayonnaise, so we can
Oh,
take
yeah.
care of that.
Get it all done. So that's how you start your garland. So we're just going to continue on. And the fun part about knowing how to make garlands is you can make them all the time. Like you can make them any time of the year. You could even do it with flowers that dry really well. Like pick them when they're still soft and then make your garland and it'll dry really pretty. So it's not just a winter or Christmas sort of project. It can be used in so many different applications. But anyway, here we go. All right, guys, here is the garland almost done. Oh, it turned out to be pretty thick.
So beautiful.
I hope it drapes nicely.
It-
We'll see. We'll see what happens, but let me give you guys a close up real quick. It kind of started off a little bit more fluffy, and then I got a bit more uniform as I went. Sometimes it morphs a bit, but it's roughly the same size all the way down, and you can see all the elements worked in kind of evenly. And then this is the end right here. So you can see where I've ended my last bundle. You can see the strings still sticking out here. My wire still attached, still haven't cut that. So if you don't mind holding the camera. So we decided not to do a formal end on this garland because this end is going right up next to a wall, right?
Yes, it is.
And we may do like a ribbon and kind of work that in. And I know that you've got fairy lights for it as well. So that'll be really pretty. But I just wanted to kind of show you, demonstrate how you would end it if you were wanting to put this like down a table or like on a sofa table or whatever, because you want the ends to sort of match. So all of the bundles up to this point have gone this way, and you can switch in the middle if you want to. If you want it to look like it's taking off both directions, you can come to a certain point and then start in on this end and work down to where you end up with kind of a middle. And that's always pretty too, because you can put a pine cones or a ribbon and kind of work that in to hide the mechanics. But when you get to your end like this, you want to turn your greens this direction and then just kind of tuck them in like this. Tuck the stem end underneath, and then we would take our wire and go around, and then we would do it again with another piece, kind of like like that right in there, and then we would wire it again until we got to the thickness of this. And then what we do to end it, and you would do this regardless if you had stuff here or not, you cut your wire finely, and right here I'm just going to wrap it really tight. I'm going to wrap it around the twine, kind of like I did in the beginning, bending it and coming back down. And then I'm just going to take the whole thing, kind of weave it around like that. And I'm going to tie off on one of these stems by just wrapping that little tail of wire. And then we'll cut our excess twine. And I should be able to pick this up like that.
And it's secure. Yeah, it's really secure.
Yeah. It's pretty heavy though, so we're going to have to do some manipulating to get it
I can carry one end
to get it into the car.
or drape it around our necks.
Yeah, something like that. We are also going to bring out some, when we got to mom and dad's right now, we're going to bring out some extra little pieces just in case we want it to, like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, the bundles will separate a little bit and you'll want to tuck in a little piece here and there. We may or may not need to do that. But anyway, that's how you make a garland right there. It's pretty easy. That didn't take very long. What do you think?
Like
45 minutes?
at the most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And making the piles is paramount,
it is.
I think.
Yeah, it
To the
really is.
cactuses. So anyway, let's head out to your house and get it
Oh,
all
good.
cut. Oh, P.S. Before we leave, you want to show us what you have gotten done this morning?
Oh yeah, we're working on special order wreaths for somebody. So I've got part of this one done. That's the one that's gonna match.
Oh, very nice. Yep.
Just this is a gal that always has us do special order wreaths for her.
Uh-huh.
And mom did the cute little
Oh, you want to hold those up, Mom? Oh, look at those. So cute. Yeah, those turned out nice. Yeah. Oh, looks like it rode okay back here. I had it kind of slung up on a box. Okay. Should be pretty secure.
Feels like it.
Yeah. It's taking two of us to carry it in. Yeah. Shuffle step on the rocks. Yeah. Oh, window boxes are holding. Good. All right, let's take it all the way over. Okay, so we can just set it down. Okay, so there's the garland. Here is the stair banister. So the end that is not finished is going to kind of tuck up under there by the wall. And then we'll just do a little swoop here. And there are the fairy lights that we'll tuck in. And Mom, you've got the hooks? Oh, let's see what those look like. I'm interested.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're going to be big enough.
Oh, we'll be able to sneak them around.
Even two of them together.
Yeah.
We could do them.
So,
You just twist them.
oh, it's like a big twist tie.
It's like a big twisty tie.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. right, guys, there it is with the fairy lights. It looks so pretty. And I'm really happy. Mom, I'm happy we made this longer than we originally thought, because I think having this little tail come down makes it look extra pretty. I just love it. And the garland itself was so heavy that we ended up having to use a few of the ties along the backside just to keep it the right direction, like facing the right direction and not wanting to like weigh itself out. But I think it just kind of blends in with everything going on right here. It's just so gorgeous. I love it. Let me turn the light back on. So if we come in here, you can see the access to the little fairy lights, and that's where it starts. And you could put, you know, a big bow right here if it was a little bit more exposed, but we really don't, like, you don't see that. This is the angle you look at this area from. And when you're going down the stairs, you're not looking up and seeing that stuff. So we don't really find that necessary. And then, you know, the 3 ties along the way, and then 1 tie right here. Oh, it just looks so pretty. I love it. And you guys, that is it for today's project. I hope it was helpful watching how a garland is made. They're really quite easy and really fast. I feel like it's almost faster than making a wreath because you're not so worried about being 100% even on all the sides so that the wreath isn't wonky shaped. You can get away with a lot with a garland. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.